All right, welcome to John Connors Live Wednesday night. I am live from Connors Music. Welcome. Make sure you say hey. Make sure you like and subscribe if you're on YouTube. All the kids are telling me I got to say this. In the shop the other day, I had a young man and he goes, "You guys have a YouTube channel?" And I said, Yeah, we got a YouTube channel. Hey, Dan, how's it going? And so I said, "Yeah, we have a." He goes, "That's so cool." And I said, "Yeah, thanks." And then he goes, "Mr. Beast, he's the coolest on YouTube." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I've heard about Mr. Beast." And he goes, "He's got like 6 million subscribers." And I was like, "Cool. Like we have like 87, I think." Anyways, it was pretty fun. And so he said, "Well, now you have 88." I was like, "Really? Oh, that's so cool." He's going to go and subscribe. So maybe he's watching today. So thank you for that. And Dan says, "All right, I knew." I love the conversation. I was saying to somebody else tonight who asked what was going on for the live stream tonight. And I said, "I don't know. I didn't really prepare much." No, I'm just joking. I got a cool show lined up for you. But I said, make sure you throw the comments and questions in because the interactive part of this is what I love. I've got a pretty simple setup for tonight because I ran out of time. We got our trade-in blitz going on here at Connors Music. It got really busy today, and I was setting up, and I had a little tech issue. So I just went with the Shure SM58, old reliable, and down here, which you can't see, just below the screen, is a Shure SM57, which is a great instrument or amp mic. And it was kind of funny because earlier I was watching some great music videos by an artist named Lennon Stella. It came up because of lessons. We were doing a song by her, and she's just super great. And one of the videos was like at a radio broadcast booth, and they'd set her up with an SM57 as the vocal mic. And right away, I could hear the difference compared to all the other mics. She usually uses a Beta 58 in a lot of them, or like a studio mic, or like an SM7, or like not the Aston Stealth, but I didn't see one, but like the Aston Stealth you've seen me use. And this one time she had the SM57, and you could hear all the popping, and just it wasn't as clean of a tone, but it's great for your instrument or your amp. So hopefully you'll hear that tonight. And oh, hi Kathy, how you doing? Um, and they're both dynamic mics, so you don't need 48 volt. You don't need phantom power for them, so you can just plug and play, which is what what I did. Quick plug and play for tonight. I'm gonna do one tune for you, and then, hey, how's it going? As per the description, hey Steve, we got a special guest for you tonight, and it's really exciting because of well, he's always going to be cool to have on the show. He's been on the show before, but exciting right now because of a recent release, which we'll talk about shortly. So let me get some water, and I'll give you a blues tune. I'll explain why in a sec. Had to get like a guzzle of water here. All right, so I grabbed out of the showroom this old Vibra acoustic. We have this on sale for $80 at Connors Music right now. It's a little beaut. She's beat up a bit, but there's still some music in it. She's maybe a little buzzy, a little rattly, but wouldn't that be cool around the campfire? And I'm using to keep her in tune or tuned up for the show, the more affordable D'Addario tuner, the Eclipse. So again, something nice around the campfire. These are going to start popping up again soon as the weather breaks. You can get outside and make some music. And they're $19.95 still, I believe, battery included. And there you go. You can see I'm tuning up, and it does a great job. And we're going to see some guitars like this come in because of the trade-in blitz. So quick description on that. Oh, okay. So Dan's dropping the secret that we're talking about Joe McLeod's album. I know it was in the description, but anyways. So I'm glad you have it. I have it, and it's worth having. And Gary says, "Hey, John." Hey, Gary. So we got some guitars like this that I'm sure are going to come in on trade-in this week as people are moving up maybe to something a little higher end. And if you're looking for like something for the campfire or the cottage, or it's your first guitar, you don't want to invest a ton of money and you want to try it out, then come in and look for one of these used guitars like this. And I'm glad you love it. Thanks for joining in. And Phil, thanks for saying hey. I think we got a not Leafs night tonight, right? Okay, let's do a song. I like blues on this because it's all rattly and perfect. Before you accuse me, take a look at yourself. Before you accuse me, take a look at yourself. You say I'm spending my money on other women. You're taking money from someone else. I called your mama about 3 or 4 nights ago. I called your mama about 3 or 4 nights ago. Well, your mama said, son, don't call my daughter no more. I'd like to say take it, but it's a solo show now. Come back home, baby. Try my love one more time. Oh, come back home, baby. Try my love one more time. You know, when things don't go to suit you, I think I'll lose my mind. One more time around. Before You Accuse Me, inspired by the Eric Clapton Unplugged album. It's 12-bar blues. And I thought it would be cool to do a blues tune because I think there's some blues influence on Joe McLeod's album. So let me respond quickly to some of these. And then without further ado, we'll bring Joe on. So, hey, missing you all time for a live show somewhere. It's been a long 2 years. So, Russell, the wait is almost over. You can come and check the Connors brothers at Finn McCool's in Newmarket on St. Patrick's Day. You know, the limits will be lifted at that point. We're hoping it'll be super safe to have a great St. Patrick's Day. We've been waiting a long time, so I'm looking forward to it. I hope we'll see a bunch of you there. Hi, Arnold. How's it going? Thanks for tuning in. Thanks, Dan. I knew you'd like this one. When I saw your name pop up earlier, I went, oh, good. He's going to dig this tune. Thanks so much, Phil. All right. Okay. So now, without further ado, let's please welcome to the live stream, Joe McLeod. Hey, how you doing, Joe?
Not bad. I was jamming along.
So I should have said, take it, Joe.
So good.
If we ever get zero latency.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to have to do one where we're both in separate rooms at the store.
Yeah, exactly. Right. That could be doable. You know, it's funny, like zero latency and artificial intelligence are like the two technologies that somehow we want. Like, because they use AI. Like they say, oh, it's AI, but it's not yet.
No, not quite. Not quite. I don't think so.
Yeah. And there's some claims out there for zero latency, but I think it's like only if the weather's perfect and you both have like high-speed internet and the same interface. And
yeah, I feel like maybe high-speed internet with both people having the UAD like processor off the side of the computer, so then the like audio is not being run through the computer as well. Maybe could be.
Yeah. And I don't know if we're going to invest all that to be able to jam some blues online. Let's just get together at some point.
Yeah.
And Gary says, hey, Joe.
Hey, Gary. How's it going?
Hey, Joe.
That's the classic.
Right. So like, is there some blues influence on
For
cloudberries
sure.
in Alaska, right?
Yeah, there's honestly there's so many different influences. Like I feel like there's a lot of folk, there's a lot of blues, there's a lot of pop, a lot of rock. Like it's a very kind of from song to song, it's a kind of varying collection of elements. Even certain songs that are folky, like there's a slap bass line or like an intense drum fill. So it's like very meshed.
Right. Very cool. And what I found listening to it was, even though you're getting all these different styles integrated onto one record, it smoothly transitions. Like, it's not like you're listening going, oh yeah, and then you get shocked into some sort of like, weird heavy rock thing, right? Like,
Yeah. I spent a lot of
take
time
people on a journey.
On the track listing. I'm a big fan of tracks that flow in a way. Keswick influence. Exactly. Yeah.
So what are the Keswick influences on Cloudberries in Alaska?
Well, that's a good question. If you were to buy a copy of the vinyl and look at the thank yous, you'd see a vast list of people from Keswick, including the Connors family, is in the liner notes.
Yeah, I saw that. That was cool. That's not the only reason I bought the record, though.
Well, you would have had to buy the record before that, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, right.
So you bought it with good intention, and we're only surprised by.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's a lot of Keswick people on the list of thank yous that you'd probably know. Riley Griffith, Connor Bowden, Jesse Carwatt, a lot of the old music store alumni from my era. So a lot of Keswick influences in that way. I made the album with a producer who is not from Keswick, but their band, the Elwins, were from Keswick. So there's influence that way. And then obviously just the upbringing of like, writing and playing. It's ingrained in me, even though maybe the songs aren't influenced by Keswick,
Right. There you go. Yeah, because you've got other experiences, obviously, that you were drawing on, like travel experiences.
A lot of travel.
At first I was like, Cloudberries in Alaska, why wasn't it Cloudberries in the Yukon?
Yeah.
But there is a reason, right?
Keswick. There is a reason. Yeah. There is a reason. Cloudberries are like a real berry, and they are in Arctic and subarctic temperatures. So I first heard of them from Alaska, basically.
Well, you were there, though.
No. I've never been to Alaska. This is the interesting. I went to Nunavut.
Oh, so it should be Cloudberries in Nunavut then.
Yeah, Cloudberries in Iqaluit. So basically, I had a friend who was doing National Geographic expedition guiding in Alaska and was sending me pictures of Cloudberries and kind of talking about them. And then it just became the theme for like this feel good kind of music that just had a certain vibe to it. So then when I made the record, I was like, okay, Cloudberries in Alaska. Cloudberries thrive during harsh conditions. I was writing and recording the record during a hard time. It kind of just flowed very well. There was a joke, though, that during the making of the record, I was eating a lot of Mary Browns. So there was a joke that the record should have been called Big Mary's in Nebraska.
Oh, that's great. Canadian fast food chain there.
Exactly. I'm trying to get sponsored if Mary Brown's is ever watching.
Right. Well, yeah, I think all the Mary Brown's execs are regular fans of John Connor's live, so it's very possible.
Exactly.
Gary's loving this. Oh, this is great. Okay, so we've covered the influences. We've covered the track title. Now you've heard it here. Why is it called Cloudberries in Alaska? Now you know. And I think we should hear some tunes, right?
Yeah, I could play a couple from the album.
Perfect. So I'm going to give you the full screen, and you give them some live acoustic versions of what they can expect when they come they come to see you or go to your website. Where else can you buy the album? Of course, you can get it here at Connors Music.
Yeah, locally.
I just did a fancy new display.
Yeah, locally, Connors Music. You're gonna, save the shipping cost. You're gonna pick it up and you're gonna obviously see some stuff from the Trade-In Blitz. You're gonna be able to explore the showroom. Yep. But otherwise, you can get on my website, joemcleodmusic.com. You can find it, links to it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. All my handles are Joe McLeod Music. And yeah, that's probably the best way. And then also March 14th, I'm playing a record release show at the Horseshoe Tavern in Toronto, and we're going to be selling it there as well. So
very cool.
Lots of places you can grab a copy. And if you do, I very much appreciate it.
So if people are writing dates down, March 14th, Horseshoe does not conflict with the Connors Brothers, March 17th at Finn McCool's Newmarket.
Exactly.
So you not only can, but should do both.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe right? Maybe we'll see each other at those shows. I don't know what I'm doing on St. Patty's, but hey.
Yeah. You know what? Maybe a trip to Horseshoe on the 14th sounds like a great time.
Could be fun. I know it's March break for a lot of schools, so that's convenient.
Yes, it is.
So
that's right.
Timing works out well. It's also theoretically full capacity.
Right.
which is new.
Yes, that's exciting. Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
so it should be a good time. Actually, one of the members of the Elwins, Frankie Francesco, is going to be one of the openers. It's his solo
Cool.
project, and then a Newmarket staple, Rubber Tire Peep Show, is going to be the first opener. So it's going to
Cool.
be an interesting kind of cool night of rock and pop and folk and fun.
Fun, folk and fun. I love
Yeah.
it. So Brandy says, "Let's go, John." I think she doesn't like when I talk too much.
Okay.
Anyways, but we're gonna Brandy, we're gonna let Joe play some tunes here. You're gonna love it. And you missed some of it because I just came back home from my girlfriend's place, but I'm here now, and that's the
Okay.
most important part. For those of you that missed the first part of the show, it will broadcast. No, that's not the right word. Repost on our YouTube channel. So that's the best place to go and see the archive John Connors lives. So if you missed, the first tune, you can check it out there after. But right now, Joe McLeod.
All right. I'm going to play a track called Have You Ever Been Afraid to start off. This is track number 6. So the nice thing about this track is when you flip the vinyl, it's the first track that plays on side B. And have you ever been afraid of all the things you'll never say? And have you ever been so scared of what you know is something there? And yeah, I need you to listen to the silence in the room. And would it kill you to notice? It'll kill me to lose. And yeah, I want you to see me, and I want you so bad. In my head, I am seeing all the times we never had. What do you think about the future? Or what you wanted in the past? And does the timing feel different? Or is it worth another pass? And when you wake up each morning and the sun is poking through, and you look over your shoulder, there's a space next to you. And will it always be empty? Will it be filled soon? And if you ask me, you let me, I'll feel it for you. And have you ever been afraid? And have you ever been afraid? So that's a tune called Have You Ever Been Afraid? I wrote that song as a duet originally, actually, with the first verse being sung by, theoretically, male-female was what I had envisioned, which is cool. Obviously, anybody could sing it, but the duet between first verse, second verse, it's like the way you move. Oh, nice. Okay. The song is interesting, the dynamic between those two parts, because it's a non-traditional song in the sense that it doesn't have the structure of a verse, chorus, bridge, something like The Way You Move would have that. So thank you. I'm gonna play one that I don't play that often because we're here. Thanks. Tig Country is the best. Nice username. I'm going to play a song. I don't play this one that often. This one's called 1946. This is the 5th song on the record, so the last song on side A. I wrote this song about a story my dad told me about growing up in rural New Brunswick in the 40s. and how they were kind of raised in extreme poverty. The schooling wasn't great, so that my father dropped out of school when he was like 15 or 16, and he just like literally left the school and moved to Ontario and got a construction job, and kind of the rest is history. So this is about the story that he was telling me and the reflection that he had about how he's the youngest of all of his siblings, or was the youngest of all of his siblings, and a lot of his older siblings were passing away. So, reflecting on your past, your upbringing, and kind of putting it into perspective of your present, and having to say goodbye to people. So this one's called 1946. Back in 1946, you were the first house on a street of sticks. The way up was hard, being barefoot in the schoolyard. Had to go about and change these ways. So I jumped out of the class and made all my brothers and my sisters stand. They cheered my name as they raised my hand, and I will remember those times. And I've never felt so alive. 'Cause the ones you love may fade away, so cherish all the memories. And you took the time, you learned their ways, and now they are some name on a grave. And that is 1946. Hope you enjoyed that. I'm a big fan of that song. It brings back a lot of good memories of my dad telling me stories. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Thanks, Dan.
I enjoyed that. That was awesome, Joe.
Hey, thanks, John.
I loved when you jumped to the instrumental. Like it was like a nice little caressing of the whole moment at the end there with the instrumental. Here we got Arnold Davidson.
Thank you. Brandy, you should definitely come. I saw that. You should definitely come.
I'm going to do something dangerous right now. Joe, what strings do you use on that beautiful Larrivee of yours?
I think these actually might be the new D'Addario ones that we tried out. The XT, is it?
So is it the white package or the black package?
I think it was the white package.
So that's XS.
XS. Yeah, these are new. This is the first time I tried them. Really like them.
Yeah. They're different though, eh?
Yeah, they are. But they've lasted. I go through strings within like a week or two. Yep. Usually like the oils in my fingers are just terrible. They rot the strings, and these things have been on here for like a solid month and a half, maybe. Like they're still bright, like they're still
and they're loud, eh?
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
Also, this Larrivee
the guitar helps. You could put garbage strings on it; would still sound pretty good.
Exactly.
But it's nice to put nice strings on a nice guitar and have it enhance, right?
That it is.
So the go out on the limb part there is Arnold, who tunes in. I love it, and he's very supportive. Also, owns Didero Canada. So I was
Oh,
like,
really?
oh, he might say he uses something else, but I didn't think so.
No,
I thought you were using
Arnold.
the Didero.
Arnold, hey, I like your
Loving
strings,
them,
my friend.
right? And then Tig Country here.
Yeah, I didn't know you were doing this on Twitch as well. That's sick. Hi, Twitch.
Oh,
Hi, Twitch
right.
world.
Yes, I should have told should have
That's
told you that.
awesome. No, I
Yeah, so
I
we
don't
are
mind.
live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch now.
Okay, that's killer.
Yeah, my kids told me we had to be on Twitch.
Twitch is great. Twitch is a cool spot to be. I got a Twitch.
Is Joe a Leafs fan as well?
There's no other team for me.
Okay, so who's your favorite player though?
That's I feel like probably Tavares.
Oh yeah,
I think so. It's
Yeah.
I feel like my favorite era of the Leafs though was like the terrible year when Dion Phaneuf and all those guys like flubbed it in Game 5. That was when I was like die hard every game. Since then, I still like it. I follow it. I always check it, but I'm not tuning in every game. You know.
Right there, you go. Wow, thanks guys. This is great.
Thank you, Arnold.
Yeah, they're a great string. Like
really
I said, I've
are.
been using them. And there we go, Phil. And I know he tried those recently because he came in and you mentioned, okay, you've been mentioning these on the live stream. I got to give them a go. And I'm glad to hear you like them.
Yeah, Arnold, I'll be your biggest spokesperson every stream from now on. D'Addario XS strings. Get them at your local shop, Connors Music.
There you go. We got to get you a T-shirt.
Oh, I'd love a D'Addario T-shirt.
Right, with the XS logo on them.
Oh, that'd be killer.
So Brandy says she needs a driver. So maybe Kim and I should take the big van down and we'll take a busload of people down to the Horseshoe.
That sounds like a great idea.
I'll chat with her after work tonight.
Yeah, keep me posted. That'd be a good
Leafs
time.
for the Cup this year. It is the year, hopefully. So it's funny, like you went back to Dion Phaneuf era, and I'm thinking like, oh, the heyday of the early '90s, and I'm like, oh yeah, wait a minute, Joe's too young for that.
Yeah, the early '90s.
Yeah, like the '93 Leafs, where they were, almost made it to the Cup finals.
That's like what, Matt Sundin, or is that later? Is he later? He's like what, mid 2000s?
Yeah, this is like Wendell Clark, Doug Gilmour era.
Oh, when was Boreas Salming? He was even earlier, right?
Yeah, I'm too young for Boreas Salming. Yeah, or Daryl Sittler just predates me too. Yeah,
gotcha. Okay.
I wished, but not a chance. I wished, but not a chance. The only thing I have sometimes with the comments is they comment on something, and by the time it makes it through the interwebs, I'm like, that was something we said like, oh, back in my days.
I think he was. I see.
Yeah,
I think you might have been referring to like this year, the like Cup this year. Maybe like I wish.
But yeah, I love that you said Tavares because of the grittiness, right? Oh, look at this.
Big fan.
Johnny Bauer. This easily turns into Leaf chat, and it's sort of funny because a lot of musicians are like go sports, right? Like they don't engage in it, and that's fine. It's whatever you're interested in. But I love Taggart and Torrance.
Oh yeah.
And Jeremy Taggart will get right into sports stuff, or Arkells are like all over.
I've gotten into the Raptors recently, like this season, and seeing that like Max Kerman and Nick Nurse are like best buds.
They are buds, yeah. So
that's a good in right there.
Arkells played the Grey Cup halftime show, right?
Right.
And I went out to Hamilton for it.
Oh, that must be great.
Quick little story here. So halftime show, I was in my seat, and then after I went to hang out with Bernadette, my sister, and her boyfriend Dan in the end zone area, and we had some great times. And then I had to find a bathroom. So like like the broadcast towers that they'll set up so that like the announcers are there and the fields behind them.
Mm-hmm.
So behind there was the bathroom. So I go behind there, and there's Max. Like 20 minutes after the massive epic halftime show, just like talking to a few people. So I just sort of like, hey, right? And then he's like, sorry guys, I gotta go. And he turns like right into me.
Really? And you're like,
and I was like, epic halftime show, man. And he said, thanks, man.
Did you like go like this and show him the patch, the campfire?
No, I didn't have the patch. I was wearing my Toronto Argo stuff.
Okay, fair. Yeah. That makes sense. That would have been cool. I've bumped into him a few different times. He's always a really nice guy. Oh,
we're talking about the guys are on the Leafs train here, big time.
Happy Matthews.
It's great. Yeah, we're looking for a good run here. Yeah. What else do I want to say? We wanted to. Okay, so the record's here. Yeah. But they can stream it too.
You can stream it on all the things, like all the paid platforms: Apple, Amazon, Spotify. You can get it for free on YouTube. So there's a lot of different avenues to listen.
But if they want to feed your art, Like
They
if
want
they
to
want
see the
to,
art. The vinyl is the best possible. Buying one vinyl is the equivalent of like, I don't even know, like 1 million streams. Not, well, probably not 1 million. I think it's actually like a couple 100,000, but still, like, it's so significant in terms of what it does to help propel the possibility of future albums.
yeah, that's exactly it. And you know, if you want more art, you got to
Yeah.
feed the artists, right? As far as
Yeah.
like support it, right? And do it in a way that you get something that you're happy with in return. So
Yeah,
I bought
I
your
got
record.
stuff on my website too, like sweaters and hats and stuff. If you're not into vinyl and you're into like repping a shirt or something, like that also goes a long way, because then people will see it and be like, "What's that on your shirt?" And you'll be like, "Oh,
Totally.
it's my favorite album."
That's right. That's right. So we should do like a shirt swap.
100%.
And then I'll wear your shirt at our St. Pat's show, and you
I'll
wear
at the Horseshoe.
no, it's your Stevie Ray show. You got to have a
Yeah,
look. Anyways,
yeah.
you're like, you're putting me on the spot here,
Yeah.
John. Okay, we got a few other things to comment here. So he said, "Did you listen to Leafs Forever?" I did listen to it. I just haven't worked out how to play it yet. So hang in there, Luke. Okay, and then basketball. So you can like all sports, John. So you can see that comment came from
It's
YouTube.
new. I'm getting into it.
What about this, Joe?
Smile always. I could do that.
Do you have somewhere to be?
No.
You want to do one more?
Sure.
All right. And then this is important here. Don't forget our women's team are going to win gold tonight for 4-0. He thinks they're going to just clobber US tonight. The game doesn't start till like 11 something at night. And I'm setting the PVR and waking up early and watching it with my daughters in the morning. So
yeah, and don't read any internet. Don't look on the internet.
Yeah. I think I'll be able to stay off social media between midnight and 5 a.m.
We hope so.
Yeah, I'll just turn my phone off. All right, so like Brandy's super stoked here. You're going to do one more, so I'm going to give you the screen.
Thank you, Brandy. Yeah, I'll
play the request here.
Yeah, number one track on the album.
Here, I'm getting out of the way.
All righty, yeah. So this is Smile Always. This is the first song on the album. This is the first song that came out from the record as a single. It's got a music video. It's gotten some radio play. This one's one of the more popular ones. Brandy, thanks for requesting it. Your love tastes like coffee. It is warm and envelops me softly. The need to be near you, it spreads like a ache. Remembering that August night on a bench by the lake. You're calm, you're like a driver behind the wheel, and I'll be beside you. I'll hear you sing and what you feel. And just like any good song, you feel it in your bones. And just for that moment, you begin to feel whole. So what makes you smile, love? Is it watching the bonfire blaze? Please tell me, love, 'cause I want you to smile, always smile for the sunset. Smile to the stars in the sky. And smile one last time, love, for the impossibility of you and I. Ooh, oh, Your love, it's like the chorus of that song, and it moves swiftly. It makes you want to sing along. It takes you from a moment so quiet and aligned, and brings you to an ending so epically defined. So what makes you smile, love? Is it watching a bonfire blaze? Please tell me, love, 'cause I want you to smile, always smile for the sunsets. Smile to the stars in the sky. And smile one last time, love, for the impossibility of you. And what makes you smile, love? Is it waking to the sun's soft rays? Please tell me, love, because I want you to smile, always smile for the kind words. Smile when I reply. Smile one last time, love, for the impossibility of you and I. Ooh, oh, oh, oh. Smile for the late nights. Smile as time passes by. Smile one last time. Love for the impossibility of you and I. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate the love.
That was awesome, Joe.
Thanks.
I love it. Yeah, and I'm glad Brandy requested that because it's nice to go out like
it's a fun one to
good
play.
Oh, and here we go.
Thank you, Brandy. I appreciate it a lot. I'm so glad you like it. It's a really fun one to play.
We're getting the big time feedback here, Joe.
Arnold back in the game here.
Yeah.
See, half the reason that song is so bright and shiny is because of these strings that I have on my guitar.
Don't suck up too much, Joe.
No, I know.
That's great. Encore again. Well, John, I can't play one more tune if Joe plays all night. I'll bring him back on.
John's got to take us home, but I will definitely be back.
We did that like last time, right? We said like, oh, if we get 5 comments or something about bringing you back, then we'll bring you back. I don't have to do that again. Everyone loves you. We'll bring you back again.
I'm stoked to be here. Stoked to come back whenever it happens, and maybe depending on the way the things all lift, maybe the next one's in person. Who knows? Yeah, you know what? Like if I clean up the room here and make some space, we could do that. What would it be? Speech. I think it's like speech. Yeah. It's like I don't know. You don't have to do a speech. It's okay. Is that like a Braveheart reference? A Braveheart reference? That was a bad joke. He doesn't say speech in it. He just gives a speech in it. Don't mind me. So I got my own bad joke lined up. You should scoop me out of here before I'm gonna scoop you out, but before I do, I got my own bad joke lined up. So I wanted to do blues tunes because I think they work for this beat up old guitar that's on sale for $80 right now on Connors Music. Oh yeah, and I gotta add the ticker here. Ready for this? This is how silly I can be. Whoa. Okay. So I plan to do Kansas City, which is like sort of a go-to little blues tune. I'll teach students a lot. And then when, you know what, tell them you're going to have to come out to the Horseshoe to see all these songs. You can't get them all for free here. Good point. Buy your tickets, come out to the Horseshoe. Yeah. So I'm going to do, instead of Kansas City, I'm going to do Dawson City. Oh. Because Dawson City is a little town in Yukon, which is close to Alaska, but in Canada. Good point. I'm just rubbing a little salt in the. I know. Make sure don't write a song about California though. Okay, can you do me a favor and never write another song about California? I've got one coming on the next album. No, I do. Is it too late? Okay, it's fine. It references San Francisco though, not California. Okay, no. It's the word California. Okay, then we're good. We're in the clear. It's been said enough in songs. If Americans from that area need to write about their area, then do it. Yeah. But Canadian songwriters do not need to talk about the city or the state of California, I guess. It's a good point. It's maybe they do need to write about it more so I know the geography better. Yeah. But yeah, so you got some great travels here in this amazing country that you got to make sure you work on. It's a good point. Honestly, the next album, majority of the songs were written traveling across Canada. That is the one song I wrote in California, mainly because I was going to see the Grateful Dead, and that's awesome. And it was bad with the environment, but the mountains were on fire, and Grateful Dead plays Fire in the Mountains. So I was like, I gotta write a song about these wildfires in San Francisco because that's too cool to not. Yeah, cool. No, that's as like an analogy, not cool for like the world. Yeah. Georgina is the new California. On that note. Take us home, John. I'm pulling you out. Thanks, Joe, so much for coming out. Little Dawson City. I'm going to just do like a couple minutes because we're already over time here. All right. Thanks again, Joe. We'll have you again. And remember, March 14th at the Horseshoe. And come get Joe's album, stream it, everything. Thanks again, Joe. Thanks for having me. Bye-bye. I'm going to Dawson City. Dawson City, here I come. I'm going to Dawson City. Dawson City, here I come. They got some crazy little women there. I'm gonna get me some. I was gonna say Little Women. I'm gonna be standing on the corner. I don't know a street corner in Dawson City. So I'm gonna still use the words from Kansas City. I'm gonna be standing on the corner of 12th Street and Vine.
with my Kansas City baby, my bottle of Kansas City wine. Well, I might take a train, I might take a plane. If I have to walk, well, I'm going just the same. I'm going to Kansas City. Kansas City, here I come. I change towns. They got some crazy little women there, and I'm gonna get me some. Well, I might take a train, might take a plane. If I have to walk, well, I'm going just the same. I'm going to Dawson City. Dawson City, here I come. They got some crazy little women there. I'm going to get me one. There we go. Thanks again for tuning in tonight. Gary said bye to Joe. Joe saw it, don't worry. Even though if I don't put it up on the screen, the guests do see it on the side chat. I don't know if you saw, he was reacting to stuff before I put it up on the screen. Thanks for tuning in from Facebook. Thanks, Brandy. Whoops, I wanted to leave that up for a second. There you go. Love it. Thanks for tuning in from YouTube. Clean up the room. Oh, okay, hold on. I missed this one earlier. Clean up the room. Bro, take it easy. Didn't hear this. So this is my like workspace. So like, you know, I've got a piano and a cello and a few guitars here. I don't need all my guitars here. Then we got drums and mics and stuff. So I just mean like sort it out a bit to make sure that there's room if I was going to have a guest here. And thanks so much, Dan. I appreciate that. Thanks, Gary. Yeah, I love this. Rock and roll. Take care, John. And can you play Country Road? I will do it again. We did it. So you'll stay tuned. I'm not going to keep doing songs tonight. I'm going to call it a night. And I'll pass this along to Joe McLeod. Thanks, Arnold, for tuning in. Thanks, everyone. John Connors Live here at Wednesday here at Wednesday night, here at Connors Music. And all week till Saturday at close, the Trade-In Blitz goes on. So if you got something you want to upgrade, you bring it in. We'll give you basically street value as a trade-in value for it. So I can help you out and store guitars here. Thanks so much. All right, have a great night, guys, and we'll see you again next Wednesday on John Connors Live. Stay well.